UFC 319 just got finished. I didn't even bother looking at the post-fight press conference or the post-fight interview. I heard Allahu Akbar and I closed out my tab. For all I know, the arena blew up after he said that. But yeah, I'm going to be going through my entire reaction and my entire breakdown for basically every single fight on the card. Starting out with Joseph Morales versus Alibi Adiris. Alibi Adiris looked like shit the entire time. He was getting pieced up on the feet. When they went to the ground, he didn't have a clue what to do, how to get dominant position, how to fight out and scramble somewhere. At the end of the first round, he was borderline getting choked out at one point. I think the bell sounded when he was getting choked out with I think it was a rear naked choke. And then second round, he gets dropped really bad. I think it was a straight right hand, caught him right on the chin, dropped him. Joseph Morales gets reversed right when he gets into bottom position. He submits Alibi Adiris with a triangle. So Alibi Adiris basically, he's retarded. Moving on. Do I need to, Karine Silva versus Dion Barbosa. I have a problem here. A lot of people think that this fight was a robbery. This fight was not a robbery. I had it clear 2-1 to Karine Silva, and I rewatched the fight. A lot of people seem to forget that this sport is based on damage-based. It's damage-based scoring. Damage-based. Not like Dion Barbosa was on top, but she was deep in a submission, about to get submitted for like 2 minutes of round one or round two. And when she's not getting submitted, she's getting pulverized by elbows. She lost round two. So it was 1-1 for me going into the third, and Karine Silva had her deep in a guillotine attempt in round three. I had it 2-1 clear to Karine Silva. And Joe Rogan has the audacity to sit there and go, I think that's a really bad decision. I think it's a bad scorecard. And DC's like in the corner with popcorn, like, oh, yeah, it's a really bad scorecard, huh, Joe? Not paying attention. That dude was just getting his hands on any food that he could. It was not a bad scorecard. And Joe needs to be fired.
I don't know who's Joe. Who's Joe?
I'm sorry. Joe needs to get the off the commentary. Dude, he's so terrible. Anyways, I need to move on from this. Good win from Karine Silva. Drakkar Klose versus Edson Barbosa. I switched my pick, and I can pull the screenshot up of my Tapology. I switched my pick right before the fight card started. I took Drakkar Klose by decision, and he won by decision. Edson Barbosa didn't really have an answer for the straight right hand from Drakkar Klose. He didn't look to parry. He didn't look to shell up. Even when he did shell up, the straight right hand was still just slapping him through the guard. Edson Barbosa landed some good knees. He had a good couple spinning back kicks at one point. It was a close fight. I see some people saying that it could have gone the other way, which I get. I had it for Drakkar Klose. I had him doing a little bit more damage in round three. I had it 1-1 going into the third, and I thought he won the third round. So, not the cleanest performance. I think both of these guys should probably retire. It is what it is. Not the most entertaining fight, but yeah, moving on. Alexander Hernandez versus Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper has regressed since getting to the UFC, I feel like. At least striking-wise. Obviously, we know his grappling is pretty good, but as far as his striking goes, I shit you not, this guy threw a high kick and spun, and he did it maybe 10 to 12 times. I remember specifically him doing it close to 8 or 9 times. He didn't have anything. He would lunge forward into these weak 1-2s, and when he wasn't doing that, he was throwing a high kick and spinning because he's retarded. Alexander Hernandez catches him coming in with one of those weak 1-2s, pops him with an overhand and sits him down. Chase Hooper dives to get a single leg, can't get it. Alexander Hernandez pops him with another right hand upside the temple, and Jason Herzog steps in, and that's it. Good win from Alexander Hernandez. Chase Hooper is fucking retarded, and he should probably work on his striking because he looked absolutely horrendous tonight. Moving on from that, good win from Alexander Hernandez. Lupe Godinez versus Jessica Andrade. Lupe Godinez is really, really good. Her boxing is really, really good. That high and tight guard is really tough to get through, even for Jessica Andrade, who unloads in combination. She throws tons of hooks. Jessica Andrade is terrible now, though. She's fucking old. She needs to probably hang the gloves up because she did not look good tonight. Yeah, I don't know. Lupe Godinez is really good, though. is really good. I don't know what Jessica Andrade did to get a ranked contender at flyweight, but here we are, you know. Good win from Lupi Godinez. I thought she looked really good. Her straight right hand was money all night long as well. Good win from Lupi Godinez. Jessica Andrade is terrible. You would think that the best base for women's MMA is being a man, but that doesn't hold true here because she got the shit kicked out of her for the first 12 minutes and then decided to pour it on in the last 3, and she lost. So, moving on from that. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk versus Gerald Meerschaert. Yeah, I called early TKO for Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. It was early TKO for Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. He was piecing him up. I mean, the first combination or the first flurry that he threw, he clipped Meerschaert on the chin, and his chin kind of, you could see it kind of snapped, and I was like, oh, he's not going to last very long if Mikhail Oleksiejczuk in the first exchange has the range down and he doesn't have to paw at you, try and establish a jab, nothing. Like, he's piping you with a right hand, pause. No Jones. He's piping you with the right hand, like, in the first 10 seconds? Really? Kind of saw it coming right away. Unloaded with a nice 3-piece, put GM3 down and put him out early, 3 minutes into the fight. And during those 3 minutes, I don't remember GM3 landing anything of substance. Yeah, the Fighting Nerds went 3 for 3 tonight. Karine Silva, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, and Carlos Prates. So good for them. Bisengur Susurkayev versus Eric Nolan. Bisengur Susurkayev is a little bit overrated. I think we can all agree. Actually, I don't know if we can because I think a lot of people are like buying into this hype. Susurkayev got rocked at one point. He keeps smiling. I don't know what the fuck his deal is. It's like, dude, Eric Nolan is in front of you and he just wobbled you. Why are you smiling? You dumb idiot. What is going on? He just plugged the right hand into your temple and you're sitting there like, dude, you're getting fucked up, man. He was a huge favorite. What were the odds on this fight? Dude, you're a minus 1,200 favorite and you're getting fucked up. At the end of the first round, he got fucked up bad. He lost the first round. I called second round TKO for Susurkayev. He gets it done by submission in the second round. I think Eric Nolan just kind of gassed. He looked good though. Credit to Eric Nolan stepping in and taking a fight against Susurkayev. But yeah, I say this about a lot of people, and the reason I say it so much is because it's true. I think Susurkayev is retarded. Why are you smiling why are you smiling and taunting? Your opponent is fucking you up. Moving on from that, Kaya Sakura versus Tim Elliott. Oh my god. Kaya Sakura is an embarrassment to the UFC. I'm sorry, I have to say it. By the way, Tim Elliott, I should have known that Kaya Sakura wasn't going to be able to do anything against Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott probably has the ugliest and most stupid style I have ever seen. You thought DDP was retarded, by the way? You thought DDP didn't know what he was doing? Tim Elliott has no idea what he's going to do. The one good moment that commentary had tonight was DC saying, Tim Elliott looks like he's fighting like the Notre Dame logo. And he does. His fighting style he's not a boxer. He's not a kickboxer. He's not a Muay Thai specialist. He's not a wrestler. He's why I oughta is what his fight style is. He's why I oughta. Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's going like, sometimes he goes like this. Sometimes his fists will literally go in like this. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's jumping side to side. They'll be on the other side of the octagon and he jumps and does a flying knee for no reason. He just doesn't know what's going on. And Kaya Sakura doesn't know how to grapple. Why Tim Elliott didn't go to the ground earlier, I have no idea. It probably would have got him out of there even earlier. Tim Elliott gets a submission. It was a mounted guillotine, I believe. In the sub, he had a one-arm in guillotine, and he slowly kind of crawled his hand out the other side and connected. And yeah, Kaya Sakura had no answers for it. Didn't kick the legs, push on the hips, fight the hands, nothing. Just kind of stood there and was like, maybe I can get out. Maybe. You could tell on his face. He kind of just like sat there and was like looking around like, Maybe I can take this. Maybe his squeeze isn't good. Hey, guy, he has you in a mounted guillotine. You retard. Fight to get out. Kaya Sakura is retarded. I mean, it's a common theme here. I'm in a bad mood, by the way, if you couldn't tell from the main event. Moving on from that, sorry. Jared Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. Jared Cannonier tried to make this boring in the first round. MVP was sparking him. He dropped him in the first round. I think that the way that you beat MVP is by closing the distance before he does and doing what Jared Cannonier did and get him up against the fence and work in the clinch. But you need to get dirty boxing going and you need to cut the cage off and don't let him have space. And Jared Cannonier kind of just held him against the fence and didn't do anything. Third round, he did get a takedown because MVP did he got a little overzealous, started winging weird, crazy shit at him, and Cannonier was able to take him down. But I think he tried for a Kimura at one point as well. But yeah, MVP's just too good on the feet, dude. Especially, at range, you're not going to outpoint fight the guy. Good win from MVP. I thought he looked good. I had him winning a 30-27 decision. It was looking like that until he went a little haywire there at the end. But good win from him. Featured fight, Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal. I was watching this and my little brother was behind me and it was awesome. Carlos Prates was sparking him the whole time, and then he landed a flush spinning elbow, and it was awesome. Right at the end of the round as well. He landed a wheel kick at one point. His straight left hand, he had some brutal knees. Carlos Prates is a problem. He looked patient, but not like too patient like he did against Ian Gary. He looked like he had a really good game plan as well. He realized that he could use his length and his size to really land those flush knees, and then spinning elbow out of nowhere. Jeff Neal was covered up and everything. He had a good guard on him, and he slapped the elbow right around the guard and just put him out cold. It was incredible. Performance bonus for Carlos Prates, and he said he wants to fight in Brazil in October against Leon Edwards. Dana White said that he will be on the Rio card. Who knows who it's against. Incredible win for Carlos Prates. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Well. These Bellator guys, man. And by the way, I did call it. I didn't call a spinning elbow, but I did call Lerone Murphy has a chance to catch Aaron Pico coming in, because Aaron Pico loves to pressure you up against the cage and he loves to crash in. He could get caught. I called a knee or an uppercut. I didn't call spinning elbow, obviously, because I'm not, sick in the head. It was so fucking awesome. Back-to-back spinning elbow KOs. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Back-to-back spinning elbows. Flatline KOs as well. Yeah, these Bellator guys blow, and they need to stop getting these top contenders. Lerone Murphy called out Volk. I wouldn't be mad if that matchup happened. Lerone Murphy's unbeaten. Good win from Lerone Murphy. I was thoroughly impressed. First finish he's gotten in a while, actually, I believe. When was the last finish that Lerone Murphy got? His last finish was in 2021. I didn't see that coming. Good for him. Aaron Pico, hopefully he's okay. He didn't get up for a while. Kind of got the wind sucked out of our sails in the next fight, but it is what it is. Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. Khamzat, your wife is a I can't say that. I have something to say. Khamzat, your claim to fame is having good fights, and you go back to watch those fights and you realize that the fights are only good because of the other person. You're the problem, you inbred terrorist. If you genuinely had fun watching Khamzat hold the body lock and knee Dricus in the ass, kneeing him in the ass cheek over and over just so that Dricus will move, so that Khamzat can get a somewhat of a better position. If you genuinely think that was fun, you need to be taken out of the gene pool. I'm being serious. Someone needs to get rid of you. If you genuinely think that was entertaining, this is an entertainment sport, by the way, you guys. Do we not understand that? People are losing sight of that, It's an entertainment business. People will look at this and go, oh, cope. If Khamzat went out there and fucked up Dricus bad in the first, not even in the first or second round, like if he fucked him up and choked him out or TKO'd him, or not even that, did actual legitimate amounts of damage, I wouldn't be mad. I would have been like, dude, this fucking guy's a monster. What do we do about this guy? But no, that's not what happened? He sat there in a crucifix, which, by the way, there were plenty of opportunities for him to, he could have snatched a Kimura. There were many opportunities. He could have pulled a Kimura, stepped over his head, and just cranked on the arm. Didn't try to do that. Didn't try to posture up and land mean elbows. Small shot, small, tiny little shot, hammer fist. Dude, it looked like he was doing this to Dricus' face. He was probably just imagining Kadyrov. Like, oh yeah, Kadyrov, you like that, uh-huh. Please don't hurt me, Kadyrov, yeah. That's all he was doing the whole time. That shit was fun for you guys. And guess what? We won't get another middleweight title fight for probably 2 years. Because this guy's gonna get like cancer or something. We won't see this division move for 2 years. It's gonna be great. Super stoked. His wife is his sister too. The men are so ugly in his region of the world, by the way, that they have to force women to marry them. That's pretty bad. That has nothing to do with the fight, but I am coping and I am salty, so I'm just gonna go in on this guy, and his wife's probably his sister. So cleft-lipped freak, just avoiding combat as much as he possibly can, holding onto a body lock as much as he possibly can. Honestly, this could be like a very smart move from Dana White, moving away from the pay-per-view model right when Khamzat is going into his title reign, because no one is gonna buy this shit. If they stuck with the pay-per-view model, could you imagine the amount of, no one is gonna buy this. The pay-per-view buys would be in the 10,000s. Maybe no one would watch this guy fight. Yeah, and by the way, the crowd was booing. Oh, funny, fun. Oh, now all of a sudden, huh? Now all of a sudden we don't like it, huh? That's weird. Almost like Dricus was the good guy the whole time, you know? This terrorist wasn't a good guy after all. Funny how that works. Boo, this is boring. Yeah, no shit, man. You guys were cheering for it all week though. Good job, guys. Fuck Christ. Yeah. We're probably not going to get another middleweight title fight for at least a year and a half. And if we do get one signed, he'll probably pull out. Joe Rogan, too, the whole time. Well, Dricus really needs to have some answers here. Dude, by the way, moving back to the Lerone Murphy, was it the Lerone Murphy fight? No, it was the MVP fight, I think. Joe Rogan, I might have to make a video about this. Oh my God, this guy's a total retard. Joe Rogan is literally like, at one point, he was like, if he can hit him with some really good shots, really hard punches, he's gonna be able to win. Really, Joe? You don't fucking say. If he hits him harder, he's gonna win. No shit. Get off the commentary booth, dude. And the whole time in the Khamzat fight, wow. I mean, if you're Dricus, you really gotta do something here. Oh, really? Like, and also, what do you want the guy to do? You want him to fight the hands with the body? Like, all he's gonna do is put his hooks in and get the back then. Like, Joe, are you stupid? I genuinely think Joe is getting senile. He really needs to have some answers here. Jesus Christ, dude. Everything about that main event just pissed me off. Avoided combat, held a body lock, tapped Dricus on the ear, thinking it was Kadyrov's cock for 24 minutes. Yeah, hopefully this guy gets into a car accident. Yeah, not even moving on. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna have to make a video about Joe Rogan. Jesus Christ. I'll see you in the next one.